Welcome back to the Myth series in depth. The Legion successfully defended Willow Creek in the last mission. Now that they are aware of the undead horde, they know that something is brewing but don't fully grasp the severity of the situation. Here is the journal for this mission.
Monday, August 25th, Willow Creek. I can hardly believe what I have just witnessed. As we approached the village of Willow Creek, we saw what appeared to be a band of ruffians terrorizing the peasantry. If only it had been so. We rushed to the fray and were able to save a handful of people from the wretched claws of the walking dead. Although many of the surviving townsfolk fled the area, those that remained were intent on seeing to our needs and mending our wounds. One man said he was tending his livestock when he saw creatures spill out from an overgrown trail that leads to an ancient nearby cemetery. Another villager, a small girl not yet old enough for the fields, said that she had seen brigands take her father and a few others in the direction of that trail. Kruniak immediately sent scouts to scour the area near the trail for the missing villagers. They returned just before sundown to tell us there were some men holding captives at the cemetery. Upon hearing the news, the survivors begged us to help free their kinsmen. We take our leave in a few minutes.
The journal for this mission occurs on the same day as Willow Creek. Although the Gas are much easier to defeat than brigands or similar ruffians, the implications of what they can mean are much scarier, and the Legion soldiers are worried. There is a journal image that shows the Gas that attacked the village. There is another image that shows the soldiers fighting against the Ghasts. There is yet another journal image that shows some of the villagers who stayed behind mending the wounds of the Legion soldiers after the battle. Many of the villagers fled Willow Creek after the attack. This is a smart move because much worse things will be coming through this area before long. A villager and a small girl tell the Legion that some of the brigands took some of the villagers captive. There is a journal image that shows them being taken over a small bridge. This is likely Willow Creek in the image, and I would imagine that Willow Creek empties into the Wild River. There is one last journal image that shows the captured villagers found by Kruniak's scouts in the cemetery. The Legion defended Willow Creek in the morning and is leaving for the cemetery to rescue the villagers in the evening. What a long day. The new unit in this mission is the Brigands. The Soulblighter manual describes brigands as weak and unsavory soldiers who were swayed by Soulblighter's banners with false promises. They are similar to the warriors in the Legion except that they are undisciplined, which causes them to run slower than warriors. The manual says that the stain of evil is visible on them from afar. Here are some of their flavor texts. There will always be men lacking firmness of character or strength of will who are more than happy to carry out the orders of evil men to make their own lot in life a little more comfortable. Thieves, thugs, and killers. These are the type of men that make up the brigand gangs. Weak-willed miscreants hoping to hide their sins against the evil of tyrants. In general, the brigands are basically those warriors who have turned to the dark out of fear. They believe that Soulblighter will win the war and the Legion doesn't really stand a chance. We will show them wrong. You will see more about how these brigands came to be in a few missions. Now let's jump into the mission and free those villagers. Somewhere within the cemetery are captive villagers. Locate and free them. Escort them to safety.
Sir, they're holding the villagers captive near the back of the cemetery.
Right, let's move. Yes, sir?
Alright, this is Salvation.
Yes.
It's a lot of rain when you first start off the mission, so we gotta deal with that. Right when you start off, there's gonna be some gas coming down this way, so if we come up here, here's this sign. It's kind of like a nice little sound effect here. You can kind of hear the music. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it well. Anyways, it's pretty cool. You should check it out. I kind of like the sound effect. Some gas come down this way, and there's all this rain, so your grenades tend to go out. It probably should help a lot that one of our dwarves has a ton of kills from the first mission, so that his grenades, I think they're less likely to go out if you have more experience.
Stand clear.
We're just gonna let our warriors finish them off. Nice. Okay. There'll be some more gas, I think,
Got it.
or some brigands. We'll see our first brigands. So I didn't like practice this mission a lot, to be honest, because like I mean, I just played it like once or twice, and
Yes.
I think actually just once, and it just was so easy that I figured I don't need to practice it a bunch. There's really no point. This is honestly a very easy
We're
mission.
moving. Got it.
So there's gonna be some brigands that come, probably from over here. Here's some gas first. Okay, so the gas are coming, so we'll go deal with them real quick. There's the brigands.
Got it. Yes.
Okay, so what I want to do with these dwarves is I want to get like the big hunk of them weakened. There we go. That's what I want to do. That was a lot better than I was hoping for. Okay,
Yes.
there's that. So that opens up this road. So this is the way to the graves up here. There's kind of like some water areas you could use. If you wanted to, you could like throw a bunch of nades in these, like I did a bunch of times in the Fallen Lord series, and
Got it.
take advantage of that to really kill the enemies. But really, this level is so easy, you don't need to do that. And as you get up here, your grenades are going to get stronger, or there's less rain as you get farther in the level. So at least I feel like it. Maybe it's just their experience. They don't. I don't know. There's going to be another group. There's another group of brigands somewhere out here. There's two groups. So before, I want to kill them now because they're going to be. It's going to be. We're going to be running back with the villagers later, so it's easier just to kill them now. So I'm just going to pass forward till they come. There they are.
We're moving.
Make up your mind.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I should have my warriors farther up.
Stand clear.
And we should be getting tons of experience with these
Make up your mind. Catch. Yes.
with these archers.
Yes. Move here. Move there.
Let's get them.
Move here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there's these brigands that will run back and get help, so I don't want to.
This weather cuts right to the bone.
Apparently, it's like cold out. I mean, it's hard to say. Maybe it's just because of the rain. It's making them really cold.
Move there.
You know what? There's a group I forgot. Maybe there's.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess I'm wrong. I guess there's 3 groups of brigands.
Make up your mind.
We're moving. Yes,
It's alright. It'll only take us a second to deal with them.
Okay.
Yes. We're moving.
Yes, sir. Yes. Make up your mind.
Got it.
Okay.
Move over.
Yes, sir. Yes. Make up your
We're on.
Yeah. Okay. Move here. Move there. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So these brigands will run away and get help. So What I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak around them, cut off their path.
We're moving.
Yes. Make up your mind.
Got it.
Yes. Move here, move there.
They won't charge my archers. They're
Look out.
Let's get him.
Like yes.
Let's get him.
usually they. When I was practicing, they didn't do this. They charge my archers.
All right. Moving. Step aside.
Let's get him.
Move
Oh well,
here,
what does it? It doesn't really matter. There's some goals coming. Yeah, some goals will come at you throughout the missions, so wasn't expecting these goals to come, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
Step aside.
There we go. Okay, so that's it. So then we can come up here, and we don't got to worry about these
move
guards
there,
calling
move there.
Yes.
the big group.
Get us out of here.
So these villagers, here's all the villagers we got it free. They're saying get us out of here, but we're not going to do that yet. Gonna come over here. So there's a bunch of brigands. There's a brigand camp up here.
Make up your mind.
We're moving. Yes. We're moving. Yes,
So
sir.
before we deal with the brigands, I want to sneak up onto them because they have a little dialogue.
We're moving. Yes, sir. Yes. We're moving. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These gas will charge you, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can kill the gas.
We're moving. Yes, sir. Let's get him. Yes. We're on it.
So, what are they going to do with all the bodies?
Yes, sir.
Who cares? Stop asking questions.
So that's the dialogue, as they say, what are they going to do with the bodies? So that tells you that these brigands really don't know
We're moving. Yes.
what
Yes, sir.
what's happening with these bodies. They don't know that they're raising them back to life, or Soulblighter is, so
Move here, move there.
they really are
Make up
pretty
your
naive
mind.
of what's
Move
going
here,
on.
Move there. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes. Make up your mind. Yes.
So we're going to get them to come chase us.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Sound the alarm.
Yes, sir. Make up your
So they're all going to charge down here. These warrior brigands that come out, they go up first.
Okay. Make up your mind.
Just going to run back.
Yes, sir. Make up your mind. Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty much most of them dead.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
We're on it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make catch.
Got it.
Okay. Move here, move there.
Yes, sir. Let's get him.
Move here, move there.
There's a few more up here. I don't know why they're not charging me. They're just kind of sitting back. Not sure why.
Sir.
Looks like one of my satchels didn't go off.
We're moving.
Make up your mind.
There says there's some in. Is there some in here? It shows some like right here. I don't know if they're still in this tent
Make
or
up
what.
your mind.
Yes.
Yes.
I think the AI broke on them. Oh, now it's awake.
Move there. Move here. Move there. Mic up there. Burn. Yes. Move here. Move. Yes, sir.
Okay, is there some in this tent or something? Because they're showing some red right on this tent.
Yes.
Got it.
There's some goals too. Actually, there's like a patrol. Maybe that was the patrol. Because there's like a patrol that patrols around here. But
Move here. Move there.
it looks like there is a... You can see him like running back in. You see that? They're like stuck. The AI.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Mic up there. Yes.
Like, what is he doing? I haven't seen that before. That's funny.
Yes. Wait. Yeah. Yes. Burn. Move here. Move there. Move here. Move there.
Yes.
Okay, let's come back up here.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So before we free the villagers, there's one last
Hurry
sir.
up.
group of
Smash
enemies we want to kill.
somebody's steak So we can escape.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, you bums.
On my
Okay,
way.
so these are some open graves here, and some gas will come out each one of these like little pits. So we want to go into the middle,
Got it. Yes, sir.
and then we got to run out without him getting frozen.
Got it. Yes, sir. On my way.
Move here. Move there.
Hey, watch it!
Incoming. Yes. Move here. Move there. Yes, sir.
Try to give my warriors a few kills, you know.
Got it.
Give them some experience. There's a
Yes, sir.
few kills for each about. That one has 11. Oh, 12. Oh, wow.
On my way.
Good for him.
Got it. Yes, sir.
This one is easier to escape from because you have a nice little place to run.
Burn. Mic up there.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
that's pretty much the mission right there. There's pretty much nothing left, so we're gonna go free them. Some gas will, I think some gas come out and will chase us.
We're moving.
We'll just run down with them.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't remember if the gas come from back here or near the start of the
Mic up
mission.
your mind.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't really matter because there's really nothing else to protect him. You could free him and not kill the bandit camp and run back. But honestly, it's so easy to kill him that I just decided to do that for you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Here's that music, you can hear it.
Mic up your mind.
Looks like they come from up here, so we can kill some of them before the mission ends. Get some more experience.
Catch.
A bunch of warriors come out to greet him. And there's the Ruriks. That's pretty much the mission right there. See ya, villagers. These first two missions are definitely very easy. I feel like overall Myth 2 is a bit more challenging than the Fallen Lords, but this one, they start you off very easy. It starts off much easier in Soulblighter, but the difficulty overall of the game is much harder. At least, I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind after doing this playthrough, but whatever. "171 kills for my one door, 21 for the other, and a couple archers with 20 some kills. Almost 30 so far, that's really good. The warriors got 16 kills, which I'm happy about that. That's good." The windscreen shows some of the gas in the cemetery that look angry. In the far distance is a figure with his arms stretched out. Maybe it is just an angry brigand, or perhaps it is a victorious soldier shouting and banging his shield. The lot screen shows the villagers and possibly captured Legion soldiers taken before someone on a throne. You will find out who this person is soon. The knights in the picture are a new enemy unit in the game. All I will tell you for now is that there is nothing inside of those suits of armor, but they will fight you back. The name of the 4 villagers who are imprisoned are Rurik the Slow, Rurik the Lame, Rurik the Daft, and Rurik the Elder. Only one of these villagers needs to survive for you to win the mission. There is a villager named Rurik who will appear with us in the next mission. The sign at the fork in the road shows the way to Willow Creek in 2 other directions. One of the directions says Ramirez. Juan Ramirez was one of the model makers for Myth 2 and did a lot of artwork in the game and manual. Another direction says Fosgoroth Rulik. I heard this is a bastardization of Scottish Gaelic and roughly means open graves. Maybe one of you who know the language can explain this better to me. The massive arch at the entrance of the cemetery says the same thing. If you haven't raised the alarm yet, you can sneak near the brigands' camp and listen to what they have to say. Going through the cemetery will cause some ghouls to rise out of the ground. Hasn't anyone taught you not to walk on people's graves? There are names on the 10 tombstones along the edges of the cemetery, and they are the names of the Bungie team that developed Myth 2. The 3 larger tombstones on the west side of the cemetery are the senior Bungie employees. Jason Regier was a former programmer at Bungie. After working on Myth of Fallen Lords and Soulblighter, he joined Blizzard and helped develop Diablo 2 and 3, which are some of my favorite games. Tensor Denise worked as a level designer and producer for Myth of Fallen Lords and Soulblighter. He is now the CEO of Shifty Eye Games, developing Mac games on the iStore. I don't have an iPhone to check them out. They have produced Operator 41 and Stranded Sails. Mark Bernal worked as an artist for Myth of Fallen Lords and Soulblighter. He also worked on Halo Combat Evolved. Apparently, he is known for inserting his initials into Marathon 2 Durandal, and it is one of the hardest Easter eggs to find. He is now a self-employed freelancer working primarily on iPhone and Android apps from the looks of it. The rest of the tombstones are a little smaller and are on the east side of the cemetery. Conrad Sherinian helped write software for Myth 2 Soulblighter and Halo. He helped with developing the matchmaking for Bungie.net. He now works as a lawyer in Chicago. Jonathan Haas worked as a software engineer at Bungie. He now works as an engineer at Google. David Bowman was a designer for Bungie. He worked on a lot of the Batman Telltale series. He now works as a studio development director at Creative Assemblies in United Kingdom. Creative Assemblies brought us the Total War series, which has brought me many fond memories. Bob Settles worked as a designer on Myth 2 Soulblighter. He currently works as a producer and designer for Paizo Inc. and worked on Pathfinder Online. Juan Ramirez was a concept artist for Bungie for almost 6 years. He now works at Phantom Eye Productions LLC, creating comics and stop-motion puppets. Reading his profile on LinkedIn gave me the impression that he has a very entertaining personality. Paul Clift worked as an artist and level designer for Myth 2 Soulblighter. He helped with Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, and Halo 3. He seems to keep stuff off the internet, so I'm not sure if he still works at Bungie or not. Frank Pusateri was a lead artist for Bungie that helped with Myth of Fallen Lords and Soulblighter as well as Halo Combat Evolved. He helped create Mech Assault 1 and 2 as well as Fear 3. If you are into FPS games, you should play through the First Encounter Assault Recon series at some point. I played the multiplayer of the first video game in college quite a bit. Frank is currently a senior artist at High Voltage Software who did some work on Fortnite and tons of other notable games. Well, that is it for this mission. See you next time in Down a Broken Path.